Hey guys, wow. We're here. We were just meditating. We were out, we did an astro chat, and I really wanted to continue talking, but well, we held off until we were home. So yeah guys, let's continue though. First and foremost, this is, just an update. You know, if you resonate with the content, great. I mean, this is just, I'm feeling guided. It's a channel dispatch, so message, so it doesn't have to resonate. Sometimes we feel compelled to go live and deliver the messages, but some of them are not going to resonate with, you know, most people will say. This is going to be most likely for a very particular set of, we'll say, light workers, and you most likely, if you're resonating, don't know what's going on with this antenna up here, but it is what it is. Yeah, so but yeah, group of light workers, and most likely you're really resonating. You have some connection. We'll say you may feel that you feel connected to the Pleiadian sort of constellation, or you've been seeing the number 444 is what I'm hearing specifically. Okay, so Spirit wants to get specific with this particular dispatch. Now, it is particular. I don't know if you guys have been. I'm getting here this message when it comes specifically to soulmates. And this is going to be talking about Pluto retrograde. So, and this is going to be coming down to specifically, what is love? Love. And it's going to be, you think it's cute? It's going to be transforming. Perfect Umbra says it's cute. So, it's going to be transforming, guys. This is going to be completely changing. And so, personally, like, it's getting kind of weird. Like, I'm going to give you my take. Whew, it's getting weird out there. I am like, it's interesting because I see that this is a testy energy, like it's a test. Because I'm starting to see this. It's kind of, but a lot of this is on 5D. A lot of this is sort of like a Neptunian energy. And obviously I'm very sensitive to energy. I'm seeing that Spirit is bringing up these energies of the past, but it's almost like, past soulmates, okay, but specifically karmic energies, very karmic energies. Whoever you're meeting around this time, most likely you have a lot of karma with that person in some capacity. Doesn't mean that you have to get involved. Sometimes it's the test, it's the decision. It's not about, no. And I personally wouldn't recommend getting involved with anyone new around this time. Sorry guys, I'm just untangle my necklace here. We'll just chat. The phone is on the bed, on the side, to the side here, but it's like, no, like, this is not necessary, okay? So, and this is where it's important for you to realize, you know, what feels right to you. Like, personally, just leave it. This is getting weird. I keep hearing, like, it's getting weird out there. And so I wish I could just explain more of my personal journey, because maybe it would be helpful. But more or less, okay, I'm meeting, like, and it's not that I'm meeting and interacting extensively, it's that I see Spirit and the universe is bringing to me the embodiment of almost like all of the past life sort of soulmates. I can't get over this. all the past life soulmates. And it's like but it's a test, and I know this because this is a test, guys. So, and I'm actually starting to kind of re-encapsulate and see differently, okay, soulmates from the past. And I do believe this has to do with the theme of so-called twin flames, so-called karmic energies, so-called soulmate energies, so-called catalytic energies, twin soul, twin group, etc. So, this is a big deal. This Pluto retro is going to be kind of like clarifying, and see who you meet, see what comes up, see what you're, sometimes we think it's one way, but we're very limited by the way we interpret, with the logical mind. So, but when we kind of can sit back and release the conversation, especially intellectually, and just sort of like listen and observe, we'll start to see things differently. So, personally, like, before I started the channel, I had, a few, significant experience, a few very significant, we'll say, experiences. And one was meeting someone who was very, we'll say, catalytic in a lot of ways. I'm seeing a star right here. Now, you may find that you have these sort of, you know, a lot of so-called symptoms of twin flameism. And personally, if you were to read the list of twin flame, symptoms, it would sound very, very similar. Now, but this was not, so this was catalytic in the sense that it sort of jump started my personal journey to tapping into my spiritual gifts more so. And I was always sensitive to energy, very sensitive to energy, but this was, again, like we're saying, something catalytic, that sort of spurs and prompts. In a nutshell, guys, I'm kind of seeing things very, very differently here. I'm starting to, really sort of, it's like the experiences that are coming up at this, let's say like this, the experiences that are cropping up at this Pluto retro are putting into perspective the experiences of the past, and kind of like, making things clear here, and sort of like we're reacquainted with that energy, we're reacquainted with certain experiences in a mirrored form. So we may not be, let's say, meeting those exact people from the past, okay? When we say also people coming back from the past, this can also mean, who are people? Their energy. What's the point? It's not, we're not here just to be, face to face. It's about the energy space. So you may be meeting people who are encapsulating a certain frequency energy, okay, of people who you've known in the past. And so it is a test of energy. And so it's just the weirdest thing because, anyways, okay. I've learned to share less of my personal life on the public channel and burden everyone with these stories, but it's very interesting to say the least, and let's go back it up, clear it. It's in a simple way, very interesting. Keep note of what you're experiencing, and and see how you feel, right? Because, like, honestly, I am meeting people who are like the living embodiment of almost like a combination of everyone, like most people that I've known, and including the catalyst twin. And now I'm like, no, I'm not attracted to this like whatsoever. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not attracted to it whatsoever. And I realize like that's a test. So, it's interesting, guys, like see what comes up for you. I invite you to sort of like reflect what comes up here for you. And how do you feel about it? And what is it sort of bringing to your attention? Sometimes so-called people coming back from the so-called past means reacquainting, yourself with that energy of the past, so-called past. What is time really? And so, should you be also, coming into contact with certain frequencies, that's a sign that maybe something is unresolved in terms of your perspective. So I can tell you, like, I am now, like, in the past, it's still kind of hard to tell, because if someone is so catalytic, it can be very easy to think that they are a twin flame. But they may not be necessarily twin flame. They could be a catalyst. Okay, and you may not even really resonate with that person, right? It's like something within you. Yeah, but it can be sort of misunderstood because then you can see the catalytic sort of patterns of interaction mirroring that with the twin flame, where you're not with them and you're in separation and so on. So but personally, I'm just like, wow, it kind of is becoming like very, very clear. And the overall purpose and role. And so guys, but share your experiences below in the comments. I'm really quite curious. What else? Pluto retro is also obviously going to bring, yet again, Spirit wants this message, like it is a warning, like people who you will be meeting, okay, during this time. There's a lot more beneath the surface as well, is what I'm hearing. It's not just like, oh wow, like I feel a very strong connection with this person. I could have sworn I felt an earthquake right there. I could have sworn. Whoa boy, that was an earthquake right there. I don't know, that very intense right there. So there's a moment like, okay, where you may feel like, wow, it's just, strong connection doesn't mean that, necessarily that's where you want to experience that here and now. Maybe it's that you're recognizing, I'm seeing some dark energy here. It's like, I know that this is a strong soulmate connection, but that doesn't mean that I want to interact with this person. And really listen to your hunch, guys. Like, listen to, and this can be very, depending on the karma, like maybe anyways, guys, heed your intuition. And this is a time with Pluto retro where we may be sort of placing experiences in the past more easily. Like, oh, you know what? Yeah, that was more of that kind of experience. And it's stuff that maybe we've known, we felt, but we did not have the context to place that experience in. So, yeah, guys, this is a very enlightening time. And when it comes to love, specifically, you'll be meeting a lot of people who will be mirroring, most likely, a lot of people. Okay, a lot of experiences. Let's clear the third spectrum. Yeah, very challenging though. Pluto can be very kind of also, depending on how open we are to moving with the flow and flux of Pluto, which is all about transformation and in a way upheaval. Pluto's like, we got to get it out. It's not about what it is. We just got to get it out, no matter how uncomfortable it is. No matter how uncomfortable, we got to just kind of uproot it. If it's not built on a stable foundation of, yeah. Also, if we don't have awareness, that's where Pluto's going to dig, and it's going to pull up and out, and we're going to have this impulse. That's where it can almost seem like you're sabotaging a situation, but that's your higher self. This is a general video. I always talk to a birth practitioner, but that's where your higher self is sort of inspiring this story to evolve. Let's backtrack. Some of you, these are friends even, it's like, and so trust that if things are on pause, if things have halted, if you're not talking to people anymore, if you are, whatever it is, like Pluto is not random. Pluto is not stupid. There's no like, oops, did I make a mistake? Like, no. Like, this is your higher self. These are your spirit guides. This is the whole world we're experiencing this Pluto retro. So this is the past coming up so that we can also observe it within the present, but in a very particular way. And so soul contracts are abound at this time, very intense. Let's clear in the heart chakra. Yeah. Very important to keep clear and grounding your energy field, because a lot of what you are feeling and tapping into is not just your own energy. Right, and it's not just the person you're dealing with, but also the energy that they have around them. So, and there's a lot going on in astral when it comes down to that. A lot of the soul contracts, when you are moving in and out and things are on pause or they're moving forward. Pluto retro though, this is a time where it's about really taking a look at things, and sometimes spirit has to slow things down so that you can really see more clearly. So, let's clear. Yeah, I'm hearing re-identifying with the concept and the theme of love. This is very important, whatever this period is, to be able to really understand what it is also that we want, what it is that has, meaning to us, and why. Maybe we've been giving something a little bit too much importance. Maybe something has been also draining on our energy force field. At first, it's like, we're wondering, well, why did that stop? It's a cycle. It's not necessarily good for us though, right? When it comes to, and not in resonance with our higher self, when it comes to the overarching theme and conversation of where we know we're headed to. So this is a time where we really, it's gonna be challenging, okay, if you are trying to move the force instead of flowing with it. Pluto is very, very strategic when it comes down to what it needs to get done here. And when it is retro, it is here to get something done. We're not retro for no reason. We got to look at the past. And so if that's triggering to you, then yeah, then that's going to be, that's going to be that. If you're ready to do this hard work when it comes to the soul, not romance and, I hope this happens. There's no hoping. This is a matter of the flow of the energy and your higher self and what is actually right when it comes to you. And, sometimes we think like, that person caused that, or this person is doing that, or, oh shoot, like I made a mistake. No. Like your higher self and your soul, your spirit is so wise. It's the mind. It's the chatter of the mind that gets involved. Okay. When it comes down to what it is that we surmise that we desire. I'm hearing Persephone here. So, this is kind of like a moment where, it's like, how much do you trust yourself? How much do you trust yourself with the flow? And should something come up at this time, being in Pluto retro, it's like you kind of have to have this awareness and understanding that things are going to be shaken up. It's kind of like a tower card, okay, for the collective. And everyone, in a way, the more Pluto you do have, this is going to be a very empowering moment for you. I'm hearing that as well. Okay, this is a moment where it is really, really, really a matter, okay, of identifying what it is that you also really want, okay, because that's where your power is truly at. Confusion, not having a focus, okay, that's where you're dissipating, okay. Yeah, your solar plexus energy specifically, and your sacral chakra energy specifically. So this is a time where those especially have a lot of Scorpio in your chart, 8th house energies, Pluto, you're going to really be identifying where you've been sort of just not really focusing. I'm hearing it like this, you're giving your energy away, and that's hence why, yeah, after the retro, we're usually like, wow, that I'm happy that happened. I'm happy I parted ways with that person. You know, that really needed to happen. So yeah, very important though as well to protect your energy field, because I'm going to tell you guys right now, this is my personal take. I'm talking from an energetic perspective on 5D planes and beyond. It's getting weird out there. And you're going to be meeting a lot of, I'm sorry, like weird weirdos, love and light. Then these are not just people who are like, we're talking weirdos, like these are walk-ins, guys. Okay. Yeah, you got 16% Pluto. These are walk-ins, guys. These are frequencies, and they're here to test you. And they are past life energies as well here coming up for in that conversation simultaneously. So it's a lot. The one thing you can do is to just sort of like keep focus, keep on your way, and see what it is that you actually feel. Don't look at what is being brought up. And you're going to be meeting a lot of people are going to be coming up here who are very similar to people you've known in the past. So it is a matter of sort of kind of placing the energy. So let's clear in the heart chakra. Be brave here, guys, and I would also be aware of who you're, sharing this with. Let's say like you have something you're going through, and it comes down to what you're. But this is a general video. We should always talk to your first practitioner, right? Yet again, etc. But in a general sense, we're talking about if let's say that you are kind of having a realization, even that someone is just not your type, or something is just not for you, or something is just not in your heart. I'm hearing it like this. That's not something that we can really get confirmation on, right, from another person. So maybe, if you are having major realizations, maybe this is something that you don't necessarily want to debate, especially, and most likely spirit, if you are going through some major transformation activation at this time, most likely spirit has sort of pulled you into a state of hermeticism where you're sort of like detached and sort of like just meditating on this concept for whatever that means for you. For example, maybe you are not really interacting so much in the social realm. Maybe there's this, for example, there's some circumstance that comes about where you can't really interact in the same way that you had in the past with a particular social group, because maybe you need that time apart from that social group, for example, to sort of rescale and recalibrate. And that can even mean, family, or your routines have changed a bit. So it's really important to just sort of see it with an open mind, try not to judge this time here, and also the feelings that you are feeling at this time, because it's like how can someone else know what it is that we are, for example, going through? But again, talk to a practitioner. Okay, we got to say that. But how can someone know what it is that we're experiencing, right? This is a matter of, I feel like, this sort of collective hermit moment. This moment where, there are a lot of people here right now, and especially those who have been really, if you have especially a lot of Pluto, you're going to be having a lot here that you're just feeling you want to meditate on and really sort of find that point of resonation with. And again, I'm hearing that may not be something that others can sort of really understand, and it's a very personal conversation. So thank you guys for tuning in. Love and light, a lot of purging here at this time, and keep clearing and grounding your aura. Bye, guys.